marginal utility of apple divided by price of apple is equal to marginal utility of B, banana, and divided by price of B, and so on. You can take a lot of commodities between this gap, and it is the end of the commodities. Clear? According to the law, marginal utility of different commodities on which we spend our money must be equal, and this is the important thing, that is, it must be equal. Let's explain it with the help of the table. What first you see, what is marginal utility of A? Marginal utility of commodity A. Here you can assume anything here, so I call it A. I given the name that from with the help of A I say I am taking the commodity apple. And what is PA? It is the price of apple. Next we are going to explain this law with the help of some assumptions, and after assuming some points, we will explain the law with the help of the table and diagram. First, we assume that the consumer has the fixed amount. As I am asking to you that you have 100 rupees as a pocket money, and if we assume that a consumer who is having the fixed amount, and that fixed amount is only 7 rupees, okay, this is the 7 rupees which the consumer is having. Second, when I say he can purchase only 2 goods, it means consumer is having the option of only purchasing of 2 goods. Third one is marginal utility of 2 goods are as given in the table. I explain you table on the next page. We assume consumer is having the fixed amount. Second, he can only purchase 2 goods, and third, I say marginal utility of 2 goods is given. Yeah, it's mean whatsoever consumer is going to purchase, he know the marginal utility. And third one is what will be the price of apple and banana. These are the 2 commodities. It will be RS1 1 rupee per unit. Let's explain it with the help of the table. Table is here. Let's suppose the consumer is having 7 rupees. If the consumer spends 7 rupees totally on only one commodity, apple, the total utility which the consumer will obtain, that is 112. Okay, that is 112. And if the consumer spend total income, total 7 rupees on B, what will be the total utility which the consumer will obtain? That is 98. Then what's the consumer has to do? Consumer has to do according to the law. Consumer has to spend on both the commodities. And how he has to spend on both the commodities? According to the law. If according to the law, consumer check the marginal utilities, for example, when spend rupee 1, a consumer compare the marginal utility of A and B. Marginal utility of A is higher, so unit first will be spent on A. When the consumer check unit B, marginal utility of A is higher, 24 compared to 18, so second rupee will be also spent on A. Third rupee, consumer compare third rupee spending 20 and 16, so consumer is going to spend 30 rupee also on A. Fourth one, when consumer compare fourth rupee marginal utility 16 and 14, so consumer is going to spend on A. This is the comparison according to which consumer is deciding on which commodity consumer will spend more. But at the 5th rupee, consumer compare the marginal utilities. At this unit of rupee, marginal utility of both the commodities same. So how the consumer has to decide on which commodity he has to spend? He will spend on that commodity which give more utility. So here the consumer will take the help from the law. Consumer will spend 5th rupee on B unit, first unit of B, which is giving 20 rupees, 20 marginal utility. If 5th unit is spent on 20, let's say, and 6th unit is spent on 18, and 7th unit is spent and giving the marginal utility of 16. According to the law, if consumer spend in this style, that consumer is going to take 4 units 4 units, first 4 units from A and last 3 units from B. Then if we compare it and add it, you say you add 28 plus 24 plus 20 plus 16 equal it, and on the other hand of B, 20 plus 18 plus 16 equal it, you will obtain total marginal utility 142, and this 142 is greater than 112 and 98. If you change the pattern, for example, you spend first 3 units on A and 4 units on B, in this way total utility will be 140, that is also less than 142. It's mean according to the law, when you do spending according to the law, you spend in this style that marginal utility of last unit is same, you will get maximum total utility, that is 142. Let's explain this with the help of the diagram. Here is the diagram. We are explaining the diagram into two portions. This is for commodity first, apple, and this is for commodity second, banana. Similarly, we are taking y-axis and x-axis. On x-axis, we are taking the units of rupees, and on y-axis, in the first figure, on the y-axis, marginal utility of apple, and in the second diagram, on the y-axis, marginal utility of banana. You have to draw the points and no check the according to the law. According to the law, if the consumer spend first 4 units on A and first 3 units on B, what will be the pattern? For example, 0 to 4, the consumer will obtain at 4 unit 16 marginal utility. Its mean its area will be from 0, N, S and 16. Its mean the marginal utility at the 4 unit will be 16, that is Sn. I say Sn. And you say in the banana case, if the consumer spend first 3 units on banana, then it will be the area 0, M, T and 16. So what will be the marginal utility level? That is M and T. It's mean M and T is also having marginal utility 16, and N and S is also having marginal utility 16. It's mean S and N is equal to T and M, equal to T and M. Both is having utility equal to 16. Now you change the point. For example, you decrease 1 unit of A, you are now going to spend 3 units of apple and 4 units of banana. What will be the case? Now you can check it, that if you spend 3 units of apple and 4 units of banana, the case will be like this, that you have 0 QP and 0 ED. Now you check PQ is not equal to DE because it's not having the same marginal utility. Next are the limitations of the law. Actually, limitations show it. This law is not actually so much easy into the practical field. It has some limitations or some difficult problems. First one, what is the first one? That is income of the consumer. In the reality, we say everyone know his income. You know your pocket money, your parents know their income, I know my salary. But we on second case, we know the prices, we know our taste, but they are always changing. So it is very difficult for the consumer and for all of us that we can measure the marginal utilities of the goods, because in the practically marginal utility of goods are not available on in any market and on any chart. So it's very difficult, and so it's the first limitation of this law. Second, we say indivisible. In reality, we say most of the goods are not having the quality of divisibility, mean they cannot be divided into the parts. Like I purchase a car, so it will be very difficult, so and that I have to draw the marginal utility of front seat of the car and second seat of the car, or and different spare parts of the car. In reality, these things are very difficult to decide. Third one is custom and fashion. When you actually see, when you go to the market, as you are the youngsters, when you spend your money into the market for shopping, you purchase according to the fashion. You never keep in your mind that I have to purchase that product which give me maximum utility or maximum satisfaction, because you are spending according to the fashion. So when you are spending according to the fashion, the law is not having any kind of practical importance, so it is the limitation of the law. Next one is time problem. When we go for the spending, in the college, you spend your pocket money on the cafeteria, you have not a lot of time to decide this thing, that how much money you have to spend on Lays or on Coca-Cola or burger or fries, because it's the difficult question, because you don't know the marginal utility of each product. So in the reality, it is very difficult, and time is the big problem in this case, that we have to take the decision to keep the utilities of the commodities in our mind. Next one is utility is not measurable. In the first lecture, I describe you utility. According to classical economists, utility can be measured with the help of utilometer. But when we see practically, there is no any kind of utilometer with the help of that I can measure my utility. You can't tell you how much utility you obtain by drinking one glass of milk. You can't told me that how much utility you obtain by drinking one glass of juice. So I can't told you that how much utility I obtained from one cup of coffee. So in practically, utility is not measurable. So it's the difficult question to decide that what type of utility and how many utility we obtain from the commodities we consume. Next, we see the practical importance of the law. And what is the practical importance? So if we see, this law actually beneficial for the consumers when they do shoppings in the practical life, consciously or unconsciously they are purchasing by keeping in their mind the utilities of the commodities, and they spend on those commodities which are having most benefit for them. And if we see in the field of production, we see the attitude of the firms, they also spend in such a way and to purchase to do production from just factors of production which give them maximum utility. Third, if we see rewards in the actually production procedure, firms do production on and do spending on the factor of production in such a way that, and give them rewards in such a way that they give more reward to not to only one factor, because they want to equalize the factors of production, so their profit will be maximized. So according to the distribution among the factors of production, the firm will try their best to give the rewards equally, and according to try to equalize their marginal utilities. Next one and last one is exchange of goods. If you see practically in your home, among your siblings, you will exchange those goods in which you have more benefit or more utility. With your sister or brother, if you done exchange of any commodity, you only do the exchange for to get more benefit. For example, you have a burger in your hand and your brother having pizza in your hand, and you want to eat pizza, so you will do exchange and try to do exchange because you are feeling more utility or more appetite into the pizza. So economics is not only into the laws, it is actually in our nature, it is in our habits. So it's there is only the need to observe these simple things. I think so it was a very interesting topic all of you, and you have understand it. In case of any confusion, please describe your question, so I will answer you. uh, Before closing the lecture, I ask you please subscribe the channel so you can get upcoming videos on your topics, and irrelevant to the topics will be also the interesting video will be uploaded. So you will subscribe the channel and like the videos. See you in the next lecture. Allah Hafiz.